In example 6, we're told that an asset was valued at $59,494.54 in 2021. This year, the value depreciated to $32,560.31. We want to use Symbolab to, in part A, find the rate of depreciation of the asset. If something is depreciating, its value is decreasing. So this is going to be an example of exponential decay. But we'll still be using that same formula, A equals P e to the RT. But what will be different in this case is that our value for R will be less than 0. Because the growth rate is decreasing, we're looking at exponential decay. We can start by plugging in the information that we know. In this case, the final amount is the 32,560.31, and that's going to be equal to the original value in 2021 of $59,494.54 times E to the R, which is what we're trying to solve for, the rate of depreciation, times T. T isn't given to us directly in this problem. We have to determine that value. What we're told is that this year, the value depreciated to $32,560.31. This year, at the time I'm recording this video, is 2026. So if we take 2026 minus 2021, the last date that we had a value for this asset, that means 5 years have passed. So for T, we're going to plug in a value of 5. Now that we've constructed an exponential equation, we can turn to Symbolab to solve that. And we end up with a rate of negative 0.12055. Or we could say that our interest rate R is approximately negative 0.1206 if we round that to 4 decimal places, which is the same thing as negative 12.6%. But when we report the rate of depreciation, we would report that rate of depreciation as 12.6%, because the word depreciation already implies that that rate is negative. So if we were just asked for the value R, that's negative 12.6, but framing that in context, depreciation implies a negative value, so we would just report that as 12.6%. In part B, we're asked if the asset's value continues to drop by the same percentage, what will it be worth in 2033? In this case, the unknown is the final amount for this asset. So A is our unknown value. We still have the initial starting value of 32,560.31, which is its value today, this year, times E to the negative 0.1206. Note that now we are including that negative value. And then we would multiply that by our value for T, which would be 2033 minus right now, which is 2026. So 7 years from now. So times T equals 7. Now we're not solving, we're just evaluating this exponential expression. And we end up with the wrong answer, so I typed something in incorrectly. No, actually that is the right value. I think I just had the wrong answer written down in my notes. So we'll report that value rounded to 2 decimal places, since we're talking about money, the value of an object. The asset after 7 years will be worth $13,997.71. Again, assuming that same rate of depreciation applies.